I can find the record button. That's always a struggle. Alrighty. Hey,
struggle is real.
Alrighty. Struggle is so real. I feel like I say that way too much just in my normal life. Like, the struggle is real.
You have a millennial that we just have catchphrases that you're just like, I can't stop. I don't even want to stop.
I always say the struggle is real. It's just, I just say it all the time. Hey everybody, it's Kira. Welcome back to my channel. Today I have a special guest. It's my friend Mollie.
What up, YouTube?
So today we're going to be doing the Reader Problems book tag, and I'll leave the creator's video down below, as well as a Clockwork Readers video who I'm just going to throw my phone, it's fine.
The struggle is real.
The struggle is real. I saw her video on this, and that's where I found it, so I'll leave her video down below as well. So, let's just get into this. So, question 1. You have 20,000 books on your TBR, your to-be-read list. How do you decide what to read next?
It depends on, like, what I just read. If I just read something that was, like, really, like, mainstream, that's been really hyped on, like, BookTube or just around, then I'll be like, okay, maybe it's time for me to do a classic. If it's a series, like if I finished a book in a series, then I'm definitely going to read the next book in the series if I have it. But if I'm done with the series and it was just maybe like a real mainstream one, then I'll be like, okay, let's do a classic now. That way you change it up a little.
Huh, interesting. I just kind of go by however I'm feeling. Like, it's annoying because I really wanted to read a couple like historical fiction books recently, but I like picked them up and I put them down. I'm like, I can't get into it. So I was like in the mood for a fantasy book, so I read a fantasy book. So. Which is weird because I never thought that I was a mood reader, but now I kind of think I am. I don't know.
It's official YouTube. She's gone moody.
I've gone moody.
Scary stuff. It's scary stuff. You're not ready for it.
Alrighty, question 2. You're halfway through a book and you're not loving it. Do you quit or are you committed?
I think it's the terrible thing to not finish a book. So, like, I'm terrible. Like, I haven't finished Ender's Game yet. I know.
Really?
I know. No, I'm like I got into it and I was like, so I mean to read it. I will pick it up eventually. It might be the last book I ever read, but I just, unless it's something just I can't stomach it. Like it's just, maybe it's really gory or just really like, if I can't stomach it, and like I know my mental health is like at jeopardy here, it's a little extreme.
Wow.
But if I know I can't finish it, then I'll put it aside. But if it's something where it's like I'm just bored of it, I will come back to it eventually. It might be a while, might be years, but I will come back to it.
I feel like I tend to just try and power through anytime. Like, I don't know, I just try and get through it. Because, yeah, I feel like I'm, like, slighting the author or something if I, like, don't finish the book.
Was not good enough for me, sir. This is rubbish. What were you thinking producing this? Just get it out of my sight. Just out. Is that how you feel if you don't finish a book?
Like, I feel like, it's just wrong to not finish
it's a sin. It's a bookish sin.
Sure. We'll go with that.
A little extreme there.
Yeah. Question 3. The end of the year is coming and you're so close but so far away from your Goodreads goal. Do you try and catch up, and how?
See, I don't have a goal because I feel like that just, like, not that goals are a bad thing, not that you shouldn't be motivated and stuff, but when you have a goal, I feel like it takes away from the joy of it. Like, if I'm going to read a book, I want to read it because I enjoy it, not because I'm trying to match a number that I've set for myself.
Yeah.
I mean, if I set a goal for myself, I'm sure I could meet it if I put my mind to it, but there's just something about reading a book purely for enjoyment. Once you start putting, like, an end game to it, it's like, you kind of took the fun out of it.
Right. This is the first year that I've actually set myself a goal, and I'm super close, so I'm tempted to just read.
What's your goal?
My goal is 50.
50?
And I think I'm at like 45 or something.
Okay, you're almost
there. So I'm almost there. But I think...
1 month. Just find some short books.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Some little kid books. Done.
I was going to like... I think that if I'm really feeling that, I'll just pick up some shorter books or some audiobooks. I think that too helps.
Audiobooks are nice.
So, but I'm not going to like force myself to read a book that I don't enjoy just to finish the goal. But I think I would try and finish it anyways. Just because I don't like not having the goal met. So, I don't know. Again, this is the first year that I've had a goal set, so I don't know. We'll have to see how it goes. Question 4. The covers of a series do not match. How do you cope?
I just do. Like, I'm terrible. Like, I appreciate it when books are in order. You can see, like, from the bookshelf, but I share with my sister, and she's much more organized than I am, so she'll put the series in order. I'll get there eventually, but if they're just stacked...
Well, no,
but I know, but like, I mean, even if they're not cohesive, like, put in order or book covers, I'll get over it. As long as I have the books, I'm happy. But they don't have to be matching.
It's kind of like the Ember in the Ashes series.
Right, well, because they have the different
Because
covers.
they have the new covers, and so the new book is going to match the new covers. And so, like...
I like the old ones better.
I don't know. I think I'm getting towards liking the new ones, but I do like the old covers
I feel like
better.
it's more like a video game character look to it. Like,
Really?
Like, I don't know. It just doesn't look... I don't know. Maybe it's just because I picture the characters a little differently in my mind, but I just...
Probably.
I don't know. I don't really like it when an author depicts a character in detail. Like, when you have, like, the generic... Okay, that's fine. But I really like imagining a character in my mind. So when you have, like, everything to a specific detail, like, okay, Harry Potter's scar, sure, you have to have the scar, it's Harry Potter.
Right.
But when, like, you have it, like, this is how they should look, it kind of takes away from the imagination of it, because half the fun is creating the character in your mind.
Right. See, I think I like... Because I don't have as good of imagination as far as characters go, like, I just kind of have a vague outline in my head of what a character looks like. I don't even necessarily, like, if I told you what I imagined a certain character to look like, I couldn't really specify what I imagined them to look like, because it's just kind of a person in my mind, so I really like
it's more
having
the persona
people...
of the character, not just their physical,
Right.
but, like, the persona of, you know when they're in a scene, because you know their persona,
Right.
not so much what they look like. That's fair.
As far as, like, matching covers, usually I don't care, but I don't know. Ember in the Ashes, I kind of want the new covers just so they'll match. But that's also, like, my favorite series, so then, like,
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd want that for all my books.
Yeah. I can see that for you. This is the same, I don't know BookTube if you know this about Kira, but she'll go to bookstores, and if the series are not in order, even if they're one book apart, she will rearrange the whole shelf just so they are in chronological order. Her family's funny because then they'll go mess it up for her and then she'll be like, no, I had it. It's kind of bookish OCD.
I did that today at Savers, actually.
Did you really?
We were at Savers this morning, and they don't have their books organized, like, at all. So I at least try to put, like, the series together. Like, their children's books, like, they always have, like, the first chapter kind of a book.
Yeah.
Like, they always have, like, there's a Magic Tree House book there, and then there, and then there, and I'm like, just put them together. Like, I don't even put them in order then, I just put the series together, because then, like, it makes more sense.
Right.
It's just, it bothers me. Question 5. Everyone loves a book you don't like. Who do you bond with over shared feelings?
You. Even if you love a book, I'll be like, no, Kira, because this was wrong and this was wrong. They should have done this better. She's my go-to for just life, but especially books.
Books, especially, yeah.
And I feel like you and I have similar tastes. That if I don't like a book, you generally we're kind of mutually shared interests. So
for sure,
we kind of disagreed about Throne of Glass, or we mutually, I don't know. Throne of Glass was kind of a toss-up.
Like, meh. Yeah.
Like, I didn't mind it. It wasn't okay. I only read the first book.
I was gonna say you didn't read it.
No, I only read the first book, but I was just kind of like,
I read it. How far did I get? I read the
Did
second
you get,
one.
3 or 4?
I think I was in the middle of 3.
Okay.
And
You just dropped it.
Yeah. I just kind of didn't like it, so I just kind of stopped. I would like to reread it at some point and just like finish the whole series, just so that I know, because that's a huge one on BookTube. It's like
everybody's talking about it. But I've read Throne of Glass, but that's all I've.
Yeah, as far as like who also doesn't like a book, probably just you. Or I'll just rant to my mom, just because she doesn't care too much, so I'll just like spew at her.
Right, but see, I have so few bookish friends that even if they do like a book, there's like people I can actually rant to.
Right. So yeah,
I'll just rant to whoever listens to me. It doesn't matter what it is, TV show, books. If I'm ranting, you're gonna listen. I don't care. I don't care if you care or not.
Yep. Alrighty, question 6. You're reading a book and you're about to start crying in public. How do you deal?
Silent sob.
Silent sob.
Hide it from people. Like, I'll cry. I can't help the waterworks. Like, there's no. Oh my gosh. I know you haven't read it yet, but When a Monster Calls.
Monster Calls.
Oh my gosh, that book just like took my heart, put it in a food processor, and then burned it, and then like threw the ashes into the ocean. Like seriously, that book destroyed me. I sobbed so many times. It's a good thing I was up late reading and no one else was around, because there was a lot of sobbing.
A lot of sobbing.
So yes, no, just power through. Like if I'm in a cafe or something, I'll just be like, I'll cry, but I'll do it quietly.
Yeah.
Make sure no one's looking. Like. Maybe put my hood up or like hide my face and just sob.
I feel like I'd try and like go to a bathroom or something to like.
See, I can't even do that, because then by the time I actually get to the bathroom, I'm just like, and people are like, "What's wrong?" And then you're heading to the bathroom, and then people just assume terrible things, and
That's
it's just
That's true.
I'll just sit there and power through. Just my hot chocolate will just have my tears in it. It's fine. It's fine.
I suppose it's because I don't read in public that often anymore.
Right.
Like, I pretty much read in my room or like when I'm walking in between classes.
Because I don't read in public. I don't know what it is about reading in public. People come up to you. And I'm guilty. I'm guilty of this. Because I like to see what people are reading. I like to ask them how their book is. I like to talk about books.
Right.
But when I'm the reader, I don't want to talk to anybody.
Right.
Like, I could be in the most public place, but if I'm reading my book, I don't want to talk to you.
Stay away.
So, yeah, that's...
Yeah.
I've also rarely read in public because it's
Yeah.
just easier to tell my family to go away than a random stranger.
True. Alright, number 7. A sequel of a book you love just came out. We've forgotten a lot from the prior novel. Do you reread the book, skip to the sequel, or find a synopsis?
I think it's something where I might just, like, skim over the book itself if I could, or maybe read the last chapter, or talk to you. You're good about giving me rundowns, so you be my synopsis. If I'm absolutely desperate, maybe I'll go read the synopsis, but I'm pretty good about remembering what happened. Except for minor details, like you'll introduce like one character in a book and they're like important but they're minor.
Right.
And then you read the second book, you're like, oh wait, you were important. That's why you were important.
Yeah.
By the time I start reading the second book, I remember what happens.
See, a lot of
people are amazing. We keep timelines and characters. We
Yeah,
have like multiple things going on, and then we pick up that book. We're like, oh yeah, we're on that timeline with these characters.
Yep.
Okay, let's roll.
Yep.
And then you pick up another book. You're on a different timeline. We're just like we got like a multiverse going on up here.
Seriously.
It's true.
I don't know. I feel like it depends on the book because a lot of times I'll just reread the first book just because I'm not as great about keeping details in my head. Like I can keep my major plot points usually in my head, but if it was, I don't know. I think I'd reread the first book or talk to you.
Right. Because especially with like the third, with Ember in the Ashes, the third book coming out this year. Yeah. I'm gonna need some reviewing because it's been a while since I've read both.
I just reread the first one, so
Okay,
I've been thinking of reread the second one.
I might need to read those.
Those are so good. I'm the one that got her into Ember
Oh
in
my
the
gosh.
Ashes.
She was telling me about it too. She's like, Mollie, I started this great book. And she starts telling me, I'm like, stop. You're like, this sounds a great book. Quit spoiling it. Just shut up. Let me read it. And then I read it and I'm like, oh my gosh, Kira, my life. And she's like, I told you. And I'm like, I know.
I'm so bad at that.
You are. You really are. You're just like, I want to tell you about it. I'm like, no, I want to read it. Then you can tell me.
Yep.
And she's like, hurry up and read so I can rant. Sorry.
And I don't even mean to
No,
either.
you don't.
I'm just so excited about it.
She's not like a mean spoiler where she like tries to ruin your life, but it's
No,
just like
but it just comes out because I'm so excited about whatever it is I'm talking about.
Right.
And then like I spoil things and I'm like, dang it. I'm so bad at that. Number 8, you do not want anyone borrowing your books. How do you politely tell them no? See, I let people borrow my books.
Yeah, you're a nice person. You let me borrow your books.
Yeah.
I let people borrow my books. Usually I use it as an excuse my sister or somebody else, like, oh, I'm really sorry to my sister's book and she doesn't let. I might be lying. I might not actually read my sister's book.
Right.
But if it gets in the way, like, I'm sorry, she's really protective of her books and, like, just letting me read it is, like, a big deal. So, sorry, you can't. Or it's a collector's edition, or I'm not that cool. I don't have collector's editions. What am I talking about?
For me, I let people borrow my books. I tend to keep track of who's borrowing my books. I have a list on my phone, actually, because I loaned out a bunch of books right before I left for college. So I have a list of a couple people that have books from me, but I will lend them out, even if I don't get them back for like 2 years. I'll just like continuously ask the person like, hey, can I have my book back? There's I gave a book to Kim actually for a little while, and I swear she had it for 2 years. I finally got it back before you graduated, so that
I have a book. I know it was the last Gallagher Girl book in the Gallagher Girl series, the Academy, and I swear I loaned it out to one of my classmates.
Oh no.
I don't know which one, but I don't have it anymore, and it's really frustrating.
That is frustrating.
But I only had the last book in the series, and I read it, and it was good, so I just blessed somebody else.
Right.
And it was like, my book.
A lot of times when I do that, you notice for the 2 books that I gave you today, I take the dust jackets off because I want to keep those safe.
Oh yeah, you did.
But
that's okay, I don't mind a hardcover. Like, I like a solid hardcover. There's just something very, I feel like, sophisticated about reading a solid colored book. Like, for all people know, you could be reading, like, the Iliad or Shakespeare or something, and you're just sitting here reading the next Twilight, like, but you look all sophisticated.
You look pretty great.
You look pretty great.
Yeah. If I lend out books, I take off the dust jacket if they have them. But
and they are really pretty, like the one with the
Strange the Dreamer.
Strange the Dreamer, that was really pretty.
Yeah.
Like, I don't blame you for keeping it.
Yeah, I'm like, I want to keep those safe. Plus, they tend to get ruined. Like, I've done that too, where, like, I'm borrowing a book, or even it's my own book, and I keep the dust jacket on, but because I take my book with me pretty much everywhere, it just, like, gets bounced around, so the dust jacket gets, like, ripped or something.
And torn up, and you're like, oh.
Yeah.
So, yeah, keep it
So,
safe.
I keep that safe, but otherwise I let people
Funny thing
borrow
is, the
it.
dust jacket is meant to protect the book, and you're protecting the dust jacket
Right,
instead of the book.
right.
It's kind of a...
Yeah. Number 9, you've picked up and put down 5 books in the last month. How do you get over your reading slump? So, like, when you can't, like, you're not finding a good book, so you're not reading.
See, I have so many, I have such a read list that never ends. I almost always have something to read. But I do have those periods where, even if I have a great book, I just don't feel like reading. I just have to pay. So sometimes just you walk away, focus on my schoolwork, you know, binge some Netflix, you know, do something else, spend some time with friends, be social. Like, if I have a social life. You're about my social life, that's about it. Oh well.
You know.
So no, I'll just walk away from it, and then when I'm ready for it, I'll be like, oh yeah, I did want to finish that, and then I'll sit down and be like...
Well, I mean, that's why you are only halfway through Ender's Game.
Because book slump.
Because
it's a thing.
Yeah. I tend to try and read favorites if I feel like a reading slump. For me, my latest reading slump is because I'm focusing on watching TV. Like, I have Netflix, so I've just been watching that instead. And
what are you watching now?
Now I'm just keeping up with the shows that are on. But, like, I was watching Stranger Things and then just watching YouTube videos and, like...
YouTube videos are the way to go.
Yep. So, because I'm focusing my attention on that, I'm not focusing on reading. So then, like, my reading slump kind of comes on because of that. So, I tend to reach for, like, my favorites. So, like, I've been rereading The Chronicles of Narnia because I love those books. I reread Turtles All the Way Down by John Green.
I haven't read that yet. I know.
Shoot!
Book
I
2.
should have gotten you a copy. I have my copy.
It's Christmas break. It'll give me time to read these, and by the time you come home for Christmas break, I'll have Turtles.
Okay, that's true. I already gave you 2 books. I don't
You
want to overwhelm
did.
you.
Like, here's my library. Be blessed. Let me just vomit titles all over you. I'm sure you'll be ready by the time I come back in Christmas.
Both of them are huge.
They are thick. They're thick books.
Well, Strange the Dreamer is over 500 pages.
Yep. So Strange the Dreamer. Isn't it beautiful? Like, even without the duster, isn't it pretty? But yeah.
And this is Chaos Walking Book 3, and this is 603 pages.
I will be well occupied.
So,
and I still have, and we have finals before
Christmas
break. I forgot stuff to do.
Finals are a thing.
Finals are a thing. They're a real
Big
thing. Like, our grades actually, like, rely on them, like, more than high school, you know?
Yeah, just a little
college
more.
life.
Number 10, there are so many new books coming out that you're dying to read. How many do you actually buy?
See, the nice thing is that you have no self-control when it comes to
True.
buying books. And you got none. So I know if there's a book that you haven't bought, I'll buy that one, and then I'll be like, I can just borrow from her. And I can be patient. I can wait till she's done reading, because she's a fast reader. So as soon as she's done, she'll be like, hey, Kira.
Yep.
Can I borrow that book? So yeah, so I don't have to.
That's true.
Or my sister also buys books. So I'll just be like, I'll wait till she's done, then I'll read them. But the thing for me is, like, I love I appreciate having books. I appreciate investing in them. But I'm a little bit of a cheapskate when it comes to buying books. That I'm like, I really like this book. I just don't want to drop like almost $25 on it. Like, I really like you, but I don't like you that much. Like, I'll wait till you go on sale, and then I'll buy you really cheap, and then I'll add you to my collection.
Before BookTube, I only bought books that I'd read already.
Right.
So I didn't buy new books. So since joining BookTube, it's seriously, like, I bought so many more new books.
A bunch of addicts just talking about the latest drugs. We're bad. BookTube is bad. It's not. It is, but it isn't healthy. We're just facilitating the problem over here, but we don't care. We're all happy.
Yep. But as far as, like, I will look and make sure that they're either on sale or I'm getting them with something else. So, like, Turtles All the Way Down I actually got because I didn't tell you this, I got this because I joined Book of the Month Club. It had a thing where you could get 3 months for $30, and then if you put in this code, you could get a free copy of Turtles. So I was like, I'm gonna do that because I've been wanting to read it.
Free book.
I got that. I'll either look for things to come with the book or wait for the book to be on sale.
Right.
Like, otherwise, I don't like buying books at full price because it's hard. Like,
it's
a lot of money
to buy books at full price. I totally agree with that. That's why I find them on sale is like, yes, score.
Yes. All right, last question. After you've bought new books, how long do they sit on your shelf before you read them?
Oh, that's hard. It depends. If I buy a new book, it's because it's been really hyped or I really want to read it. Like, it takes something for me to buy a new book.
Right.
So if I'm going to buy a new book, I will literally put whatever I'm reading on pause to read that
one.
And on the other hand, though, if I buy them used or if I buy them, secondhand or whatever, then they'll pile up. As you can see here, like, this is literally, like, secondhand pile, except for Patrick Ness' Chaos Walking. I have read those. But I actually bought those used at BAM.
Yeah,
Super Seal. I got them for, like, $5.
So good.
I know.
I don't
so
have
happy.
the first two. So you have the first two, and
You
I have the
have the
third
third.
one. So
We
works
make it work.
But though for me, again, it depends. Like if it's a book that I've been really looking forward to, I will read it almost immediately. But if like I have a stack of them because I went crazy this summer and bought so many books from Savers and Goodwill because their books are pretty cheap. So I have a stack of them on my bookshelf at home that are just waiting to be read that I just haven't read. So it depends. Like, yeah. If I really like a book and I'm really excited about it, then I'll read it like right away. But
Same. But yeah, no, if I have a collection that's like, oh, this looks really good, or this was on my TBR, then it'll sit on the shelf. It'll be like, okay, well, let's read this one, then I'll read that. It's nice having a selection, but there's so many. I swear,
so
it's
many.
never ending. You
Yeah.
read one book, you add 3 more. You read
That's
one, you add
true.
5 more. It's never. I'm gonna have books to read until I'm dead. Like,
Yeah.
really.
And then you watch booktube videos, and they give
You're
you
like,
even more
huh,
recommendations. Like,
I should really read that. And then I have you.
and then we have friends.
You're like booktube in a person. You're like, here, Molly, you read this. And then I'm hooked. And then it's like a series. There's like 6 more books. And, well, there goes my year.
I made you read Chaos Walking. What else
Oh
have I
gosh.
made you
Ember in
read?
the Ashes.
Ember in the Ashes. You made me read Gallagher Girls.
I did. You like those.
I
They're
enjoyed
really good.
those. Yeah, those
Let's
are
see.
fun.
We kind of facilitate each other with Percy Jackson books.
Percy
those
Jackson,
are kind of
yeah.
both of us. I feel like you kind of
Did
got
you-
me started on them, but
Did you ever read the Heroes of Olympus series?
yes, I did. I really like that one. Like there would be so many books I wouldn't have read if I hadn't known her, because she's just like, you gotta read this, you gotta read that, you gotta read that.
Yeah.
It's true.
And now I'm gonna read Monster Calls. That's next on my list.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Actually, no.
I have it. I'll actually trade you. I finished it. You give me 2,
Yes.
I'll give you 1.
I was gonna say
It's
my
a good
other one that I'm gonna start hopefully soon is The Name of the Wind by Patrick Rothfuss.
Yeah. Oh yes, I remember.
It's like
I've heard of that.
huge book.
It is, isn't it? Is it a series or is it just a really
It's a
thick book?
series. There's
I've
2
heard of it,
books
but I haven't read
out.
it.
They don't like the third one. We have no idea when the third one's coming out. But Lin-Manuel Miranda is part of the creative team that's making a TV show out of the first book. He's making
Really?
this. There's something that's gonna happen with the first book.
Huh?
So I want to read that before that comes out.
Is it gonna be like a musical TV show? Or
I have no idea.
Here's
I-
like music, TV show, and books in one.
Yeah,
I am
I'm
sold.
sold.
That's just like,
Yeah. Do you know there's a Hamilton book tag?
of course there is. Of course there is. Because why wouldn't there be? It's just,
Right.
There's a bunch of nerds on YouTube. I'm just like, hey.
There's a book
Yeah,
tag
it's
for
a-
pretty much anything.
I'm sure there is. I'm sure there is.
Speaking of which, we've already been filming for 24 minutes.
Oh, yeah, we're so sorry, guys. If you thought, you know, you saw the timestamp. You knew how long
You
this
knew
would
it was
take.
gonna be.
You knew.
Alright.
Go do your homework now. You know better. Get off YouTube. Go away.
See, she's the person that would say that. I would just be like,
No,
I'm terribly sorry,
by all
guys,
means, come
but-
stick around. Watch all my other videos. The links are below.
Miss, I don't have a YouTube channel.
I don't. I'm cynical. I can talk because I don't have one. I don't
Yeah.
care. If I were in it, I'd be like, hey, my next video's right here.
Right here.
Right here. And go ahead and watch those. And
Do all
like and
the- all the
subscribe
book-
and like and
all
follow
the-
me on Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter.
All the YouTube things.
All the YouTube things, all the YouTube cliches.
Yep. Nah. I do have a Twitter, actually.
Really?
I made a Twitter
When did that happen?
a few weeks ago.
Oh man, now I think I need to get Twitter. If not to just keep up with, presidential stuff and my best friend, because, I mean, why watch CNN? You can have Twitter.
Well, okay, the funny thing is, I keep up with the Stranger Things cast on Twitter, and their interactions are hilarious. They're pretty funny.
of a fangirl.
I'm well aware of that fact. It's pretty
I love her
great.
though. It's all good. I love her. She's crazy, but I love her. Oh my gosh.
Yes. Okay.
All right. Is that it? Do we,
We're gonna,
do we
yeah,
follow
I'll say
along?
goodbye.
Okay.
So, this will be the end of the video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see
Bye,
you next
bookish
time.
people.
Bye.